last time out. Even when she ran for Brendan Walsh, she ran and going 2 turns at Keeneland. Her slop, it was against much better, but it wasn't a great race on the slop. So maybe I'm just thinking this was a horse that can be forward and back on a dry track first off the claim for, like you mentioned, a barn that's pretty on fire right now, hitting at 27% at the meet.
Speaking of Brendan Walsh, she's got the 4 Spying, who's tried a little bit of everything: turf, synth, dirt. Did win 2 in a row at Presque Isle on the synth and then on the dirt at Alice. Ran a credible race in the starter back on September the 5th, but I didn't see any visible excuse for the most recent start. Did you?
No, I did not like that race, and even her maiden win, she was getting a little hungry late. Princess and I made that first move and got tired. But I will say 7-1 is a pretty good price on her. I would not have expected these connections to be 7-1 for a horse that on her best day can win this race. But I mean, honestly, I expected her to be closer to her morning line and the 6 to be closer to her morning line, and they've kind of flipped.
The 7 La Marinera was a distant 4th and a second non-2 allowance at Horseshoe last out. Just looks like a horse that may benefit from a little bit of added distance. I know it's 48-1, but if you're playing trifectas, I would think about including for 3rd.
Maybe a horse that can show some more speed, stretching out in distance. She is dropping out of allowance races, but this is probably a neutral to probably a move up in class, honestly, going from Indiana Grand to a condition claimer at Churchill. But she is 50-1.
Yeah.
Big price.
2 rando, 5 parking lot pours. Those are the ones we haven't talked about. Interest in either of those?
I mean, 5's an interesting claim. You don't usually see horses claimed at 13-1 in races. Steve Asmussen went in for himself on this horse. I didn't love her last race, but she's going into a trainer that's a Hall of Fame trainer, won the most races ever, so he knows what he's doing, obviously, and this horse might be able to move up off the claim. I mean, 22-1 is a good price, especially if you want to use in the trifecta or something underneath. Looks a little pace-dependent, but a horse that has won at Churchill as well going this trip.
Global Quote was live on the tote board for Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz in race 2. That one came through at 3-5. Surprise is a little bit of a different kind of horse and a different situation here, but that one's at 4-1. I will say that I'm okay with my 4-1, or 4-5, I should say, on Surprise. I would say that I'm okay with my 4-1 on Princess Nye. What about your 6-1 on Mad About Marie?
I think I would say, honestly, 8-1, 9-1 was probably better value on her. But like you said, she is live on the toe board right now. And if you, like me, do not trust the 1 horse in here, I think this race is squarely between the 3, 4, and the 6. And I think you can get the 1 out of there and make a little money in here.
What do you expect Irad to do on the 1? Do you think he sits the pocket? Do you think he tries to make the lead? Because I think Luis is going with the 3.
Yeah, I think he's going to send out of the gate, and if Luis really wants it, he'll just take back. He won a few races yesterday doing the exact same thing, kind of just sitting in behind horses. And Irad is a jockey that he loves to save ground and sit behind horses. Obviously, in the 1 hole in here, he doesn't really have a choice. So I'm with you on that. If the 3 really wants to lead, I think the 1 will just sit second right in behind. I mean, we mentioned the 8, who's only 1 on the lead. I think she's probably going to have to go from an outside post and at least be forward in here.
All right, race number 3. It would be no surprise that Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz won again. They are 4-5, make it even money. Another opportunity to rolling pick 3. Don't forget about the Derby City 6 jackpot carryover. You see it on your screen right there, just shy of 8,000. That begins in race number 5 of 10 here today. Good luck.
Less than a minute. And the horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Waiting for La Marinera and the Princess Factor and Spying. They're in the gate. The Princess Factor unsettled, and they're off. Good start for Princess Nye, who fires right out of there. Spying's away well, and here comes Mad About Marie up to join them. And farther out, the Princess Factor, La Marinera, in that first flight too. And Surprise backs off and settles in behind them as they make that slight bend left onto the main track. Princess Nye's leading, Spying is pressing, and Mad About Marie is stalking, the three of them right across the track. And Surprise continues to just coast along, just in behind them fourth, after an opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. Then it's another three, back to the Princess Factor, who's tailed off a bit. Rando moves up toward the inside, La Marinera in between, and Parking Lot pours is the trailer with 4 furlongs to go. Princess Nye and Spying together through a solid opening half in 45-4, and Mad About Marie is keeping the pressure up, and the three of them continue to bandy round the far turn. Surprise comes off the rail, starts to get into the race now, and Rando's coming through toward the inside. Rando with a nifty move on the far turn, saving ground every step of the way, and Rando has ridden that rail to the front. Rando's in front, 3/16 to go. Spying trying to hang tough. Surprise shakes loose. Third outside, furlong to go. Rando still in front. Spying is not backing down. In fact, Spying is back in front now. Spying and Rando. Spying prevails in the end. Spying first. Axel did everything he could on Rando second. Surprise was third. Number 4, Spying first. Number 2, Rando's second. Number 1, Surprise, was third. Number 6, Mad About Marie, was fourth. And number 7, La Marinera, finished fifth. It's not official. Spying is a 3-year-old son of Gunrunner from Baby Go Far by Elusive Quality, owned by Stonecrest Farm and Mary Cecil, trained by Brendan Walsh. The winning jockey, Tyler Gaffleone, bred in Kentucky by Craig B. Singer. 135.95, the time for race number 3 today. The 4th race up next, Francisco Arrieta, riding number 8 in race